Hey y'all, it's Kim. I'm getting ready to travel and I'm here to show you all the things that I travel with. And I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about my skincare routine and then also apply makeup for my over 50 face, over like 55. I'm almost 56 now. So I'm a retired public school educator, but I love to teach makeup tricks that are for the everyday woman, okay? Those of us who are not trained makeup artists. Sometimes we look at things in social media and we try to recreate them and then we get so frustrated because it's not working. Well, because we're not trained makeup artists. And really, I think the reality of it is that there is only a specific time in your life that you need a makeup artist to do your makeup. The rest of the time, you just need your 5-minute makeup routine that can help you to be able to maybe turn back the clock. Or in my case, what my goal is just to look the best at the age of 55. As I was popping on, I was pulling my teeth whitening system out. It's called the Compact Pro. Look at this cool little thing. Because I'm traveling to Mexico, and if you're from Mexico, especially say hi. But this cool little gadget is a teeth whitening system. Fits really nicely in your mouth. It has red and blue light technology. They're offering a $79 deal. This is regular $249. They're offering it for $79 for today. Today's the last day. It comes with a whitening toothpaste and then also a lip oil. They're throwing in the box free. This is the box that it comes in. It's called the Compact Pro, but I like just throwing this into my bag to travel with. And what I love is I used to use Crest whitening strips, and they made my teeth so sensitive. I would go to the dentist and say, like, you got to help me. And he's like, are you using these things? And I'm like, yeah. And he says, like, stop. But this has the red light technology in it. So it has dual light. There's the blue to whiten. There's the red that reduces sensitivity. So I have not experienced that at all. There's also this other little shade guide in there too. Hey, from Watertown, New York. There's a shade guide, and then it gives you get a little pen that you actually paint your teeth with. Looks like this. So it's like an activator pen, and you just paint your teeth. This has a timer. It's wireless and rechargeable, and then when you stick it back in the case, it sanitizes it. So nice. So anyway, everything that I talk about, if you comment the word live, you're going to get links to everything that I talk about, and mainly my favorites. First thing I'm going to talk about is skincare. Another deal that I am offering for the month of April, and this is no April Fool's joke. I have found Korean skincare completely transformed my skin. I don't have any makeup on, not one thing. If you go to my highlight bubble in my on my profile and you look at before and afters, it's like, wait, what? It'll be coming up on a year that I've been using this. It's Korean skincare with natural ingredients, and now they have increased and upped the formulation to include exosomes and NMN. If you are used to hearing anything in the skincare world, those are buzzwords, and you know what they do for the skin, okay? But nice, natural beauty products that actually work, okay? Anyway, if you spend $100, you're going to get a free oil cleanser from me. This is through the month of April. I put a limit of 100 people, so the first 100 people that make a $100 purchase or more, that will be also involved. If you comment live, you'll get the links to that. This is a travel kit. So if you want to try it, if you want to try it, $100. But I'm taking this with me, so I'm going to show it to you. This is not the new formulation. The travel kits don't have the new formulation in it yet, but it's still so awesome. It's what changed my skin. In it are multiple products. How cute is this bag? And everything that you would need to use the skincare for a full month, okay? So even if you just make a purchase of just one of these, it will get you eligibility to get a free oil cleanser, which is not what does not come in here, I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words so much. Maybe it's menopause. I don't know. All right, so all of the items are in here. It's a multi-step ritual, completely changed my skin. And again, if you go to skincare on my highlight bubble, you'll just see me, you'll see me use it. You'll see my before and afters. You're going to see my results. They're like, I can't believe it. Welcome. And Rimon is now opening in Mexico. So if you are interested in Rimon in Mexico, you're going to be able to get it. You can also, they're opening in Malaysia and Singapore. You can get it in Canada, United States, Taiwan, Hong Kong, South Korea. All right, global, #1 Korean skincare in South Korea, if that tells you anything. It's all manufactured in South Korea and then shipped here. Okay, so anywho, comment live and I'll send you all the link. All right, I'm getting ready to go to Cancun and I am very, very excited. But I'm going to show you, this is my makeup that I'm taking with me. This, okay? I have been using a one compact makeup system for 5 years. I've never found anything better. They're cream formulations, 11 ingredients, glides on so beautifully, especially when you have really good skin too. Glides on so beautifully, but if you're not used to using cream products, that's what's really great for mature skin, simply because it moves with the skin. Okay, so like powders, they dry down. Some liquids will dry down. They'll crease because as your face moves, they're not. Cream does. It warms up to your skin. It gives you a second skin finish, which is always my goal. I want to have up close makeup. I'm that girl who, when I'm standing 3 feet talking to somebody, away from talking to somebody, I want them to like, it still looks like me, okay? So I'm gonna jump in, I'm gonna show you how I use these products. That's it, this is all I have. But in this is my lip color, my foundation, my bronzer, my eyeshadow, my cheek color, my color corrector, all the things, all right? I do want to show you my fave color corrector though, that is by a company called Amazing Cosmetics, and it looks like this, and it's in a peach color. I have a peach color in my one compact makeup system too, because peach is really great at countering blue. And blue is what we most often see in the dark under eye area. Okay, actually many things have blue. You wouldn't even think that it maybe age spots have blue in them. They do. And so having a color like this that is on hand, you can find it in lipstick form and use it as a color corrector. If you're darker than me, then you will want to find a tone that's darker than this, but the same tone. If you're lighter than me, you can find a tone that's lighter than this. But what's most important that you look at is the concentration of color that you are trying to get rid of. All right, so I'm going to zoom in so that you can see what I'm doing. Comment live at any point and you'll get the links to everything, so you can kind of filter through what it is maybe that you're interested in and what you're like not interested in. Okay, so whatever works best for you. I have this area right here that is always so dark, and I get like, it's almost like it is a vein that pops up and broken capillaries. And this color will also work for those as well. That orange family is really powerful. If you know anything about color theory, you know, and you see oranges, when you cross over, those are the colors that you are actually seeing in your face. These, the opposite color, is what you use to color correct with. Okay, so for example, here's red. If you have a lot of redness, you want to use something that is from the green family, maybe between in the green and the yellow family. If you see a lot of blue, then you're going to want to use something that is in the yellowish, orangish family, okay? That's why this color is a really good color to use. I'm curious if you do color correct. Let me know if you do color correct. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of this, and a very little bit, and I'm not slapping it all over. I'm only putting it where the deepest concentration of color is. You can see this guy right here. Okay, you can see this area right here, right here. Now I also want to say something. I really like a natural look. And when I see people going clear up to their lash line with concealer, our lashes give a natural shadow over our eyes. Like, that's a natural thing, is for our bottom lashes to shadow over top of that lash line or underneath of the lash line. When you try to take away all of that, that's not necessarily looking natural. If that's the look you're going for, then you go for it. So what I did was I just went over top of that blue. And what's amazing is it kind of washes the blue away. Now, if I zoom in, you're going to be able to see it looks like peachy color. That's okay. I'm going to go over top of that with my foundation. This eye is not quite as bad in the corner, but right here. And you know, when you're thinking about dark under eyes, a lot can have a bearing on it. First of all, the Korean skincare, wow, did a 180 on my under eye area, okay? They were so much worse. I mean, if I didn't want to color correct today, I really wouldn't have to. I'd just go ahead and take my foundation over top, but I really wanted to show you. But dark under eyes can be there for a variety of different reasons. You know, genetics play a huge part. Your sleep, okay, your nutrition, your hydration, all the things, you know. So, but when you're hydrating that area, and then you're putting a lot of hydration and nourishment into your body, you will feel better. Hence, that under eye area is going to look a lot better too. All right, the next thing that you want to make sure that you're going to do is you want to hydrate underneath of that eye area. So even though I color corrected, I could have done this in the reverse. I'm just going to take my finger. This balm stick is also Korean skincare. Listen, this $25. It will last you months, but it is so helpful in the under eye area. It also can be used on other parts of the face. It can be used on your lips. It can be used on your cuticles. It can be used on your elbows. It can be used anywhere. The best $25 in skincare on the market right here. Okay, it is called the Viaton Multi-Stick Balm. It is Korean skincare. Amazing. Okay, if there's one thing that you can add to your makeup that is not going to break the bank, and actually to your skin, it is this product, okay? So if you comment live, I'm sending all of the links to everything so that you guys have it all to filter through. I'm always available to ask questions. So please make sure you jot your question down in the DMs, message me, and I will get back to you. However, I will say, you have to follow me in order for me to be able to see your question. So if you're not following me, go up to my picture and click follow so that you're sure that if you have a question, I can see it. Let's start into some makeup, shall we? All right, so the first thing that I do is I always look at my face and I say, okay, Kim, what do you need? Sometimes I say I need coffee. Sometimes I say I don't want to put anything on my face. You know, and when your skin is under control, you have that right to be able to say, I don't need anything because like I'm feeling good about my skin. But I always, most often say I need color, I need dimension. Those two things. Gone are the days where I say I need coverage. Those days are gone. The reason that they're gone is because we have this sense that makeup is used to cover everything. But when you pull the power away from makeup to cover everything and you give the power back to yourself to cover what you want and what you need, then you need less makeup. okay? And I just love this. I love this philosophy. It has taken me several years to adopt this philosophy because we were trained as we were younger to just take foundation and just apply it all over the face. Our faces are three-dimensional. The minute that you do that, you literally are making your face one-dimensional. All right. Yay. I'm so glad you're catching my live. Guys, please let me know where you're watching from. I know people are watching from all over the globe, and I love that. Okay, so here's my palette. What's unique about this palette, it's by a company called Saint, is that these are all removable. They pop in and out. They're about $16 to $19 for each one, so it's so affordable. 11 ingredients. They pop in and out. They're magnetic. So you only need to refill what you use. You can see here, this is like my concealer, what they call it an accent highlight. You can see here, you can see the bottom of the tin. I will pop this out. I'll lay it flat on a skillet on really low heat, and I'll melt that all back into the bottom. I can use every stinking last drop, and I still have tons of product. I get some people that are like, they're so small. They are small, but they're small and mighty because you don't need very much product. As opposed to when you buy a liquid foundation, I don't own liquid foundation anymore. But when you would buy liquid foundation and it comes in a bottle this big and you're like, oh, I got a whole new bottle. Well, that bottle might still last you a month. This lasts you months, plural, okay? Because it will move with the skin. You can build where you want product, okay, where you need extra coverage. There might be a particular area on your face that you do need extra coverage. That's totally okay. All right, so let's go in. First thing, like I said, I am going to add dimension, okay? I'm going to add bronzer, and I'm going to do that. You can use contour, you can do bronzer, whatever works. I'm going to use bronzer, and I'm going to dip in. This is a brush called the Shape brush. It is double-ended. All the brushes are double-ended, and they're made for creams. I'm going to go ahead and just place a little bronzer where the sun would naturally kiss my face, which is kind of like on your forehead area, the cheekbone area. And do you see, I am just feathering this in, okay? If you need more coverage, hello from Brazil, if you need more coverage, then this stippling motion is what you want to use, okay? When your skin is in good shape, you will be able to do this feathering motion because it just kind of melts in. You can kind of feel it. Sure, right now I'm using Bella bronzer. The other thing that I forgot to mention is I do the color matching, okay? So all these colors, they pop in and out, but I also, they pop in and out, but all of these colors are for my skin tone, okay? So we have a plethora of colors available. On the website, they look much darker than they do on the skin. So let me color match you. That's totally free. There's no charge for the color matching. And that way I can make sure that I'm giving you, that you're getting the right colors for you, all right? Drugstore recommendations for skin prep. When we're talking about, you just need to find a good moisturizer, all right? And I will say this is really important information, regardless of where you are. If you look on the ingredients on the back of your foundation, if it has dimethicone, okay, that's a silicone product, then you need to be using products with dimethicone, like your primer should have dimethicone in it. Same with water-based. This is water-based makeup. The primers and the moisturizers that I use that are going to work best with my makeup should be water-based and not have dimethicone in them. It's a really important concept that not enough people talk about, but it makes a huge difference in what your makeup looks like. So CeraVe has you can buy CeraVe moisturizer at the drugstore, okay? And then also primer. I really like Milk Hydro Grip. It's water-based. And As far as e.l.f. is concerned, where is it here? Well. Supergoop, really great primer with an SPF. All right. And Charlotte Tilbury has a really great setting spray. But these are important things for you to understand, is that, you know, just because one influencer gives you one type of makeup to use and then another likes this certain setting spray, they have to jive. Okay. Otherwise, it's like, it doesn't matter. Water-based, water-based, silicone, silicone. And it will say, you'll know it has silicone in it if it has like an O-N-E ending, ends in own or cone. And the other thing that matters is where that ingredient comes in the ingredient list. You know, if it's closer to the top, that means there's more of it. If it's closer to the bottom, you might have a little bit of flexibility, okay? All right, so I added bronzer. That was one of the very first things. I really love to add some dimension. And sometimes bronzer is like, that's all I do. And then I'll add some color and put some mascara on. Most of the time when women are feeling like their makeup is accentuating their fine lines and wrinkles, it's because they're going too light. And finding a cream bronzer helps you to warm all of that up. I mean, just as simple as stick with your own foundation and then get yourself a cream bronzer to put over top of it. It will change everything. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do, so these two colors right here are my foundation colors. In Saint World, we call them highlights. And you don't distinguish between like highlights and concealer, or between foundation and concealer. You just distinguish between colors because the consistency is the same. So when you get the right colors and you apply them in the right places on your face, then it makes life so much easier. And you get that three-dimensional lit from within look that people are like, they can't quite put their finger on it when you learn how to do this, but it's like, wow, you look great. And that's the best compliment of the world. Like, never in the million years do I want somebody to say, wow, Kim, your contour looks great. That's not the object. No. Well, I want them to say, wow, you look great. I can, you know, you have great cheekbones, or, you know, all the things. The general, I don't want people to notice my makeup, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply my brightening highlight. So Kellyanne is talking about a brightening highlight. In Saint World, that's what we call it, because the purpose is to brighten certain areas of the face. So I color corrected with that peachy color. I'm gonna use my finger. I'm actually gonna use my ring finger. I'm gonna go in. This is Palace, okay? This accent or brightening highlight has a little bit of a pink tint. Hence, you know, something from the pink, orange family is really nice at color correcting, okay? I'm gonna go ahead right here and then, yay! Yeah, that is the best compliment. Are you even wearing makeup? I mean, it is April Fool's Day. Today would be the day that you could get away with saying no and not legitimately being and not legitimately lying, because later you could say, April Fool, I am. All right, so take a look at the placement of this. All right, I just comment live, L-I-V-E, for the links to everything that I'm talking about if you're interested. You can totally exchange. They have a 30-day exchange policy. All right. That's what I love. Like, you can totally exchange. So this just lit me up just a little bit. All right. Gone are the days of just applying like raccoon eyes. We don't want to do that anymore. That just because this is a lighter color. If I go here in my crow's feet and here where I have a lot of texture, I might as well just hang a red neon flashing light. Here are your wrinkles. Here are your wrinkles. I don't want that to happen. Okay, but I do want to brighten to bring this area forward. And you know how many times we actually hollow out in this area? So applying something, and creams are really great at this, in that hollow area, the lighter will bring that area forward. The darker colors recede an area, hence the bronzer, okay? The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take a little bit of bronzer and I'm just gonna tap a little bit of it on my nose. I mean, the sun hits my nose, hello, and it also hits my chin. Now, this may look a little wonky, but I wanna show you what we're gonna do here. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of that accent highlight and I'm gonna take it right down through the middle of that bronzer. Okay, and then I'm gonna tap it out. Now, I don't want people to see like a white racing stripe down the middle of my nose. I want to be able to blend it so that it's very, very subtle. But look what happened. It slimmed my nose. It slimmed my nose. All right. It's just simple. It is. This is Palace 2. Okay. That's what I use as my accent. And I haven't even still put on any foundation. Like that is my new goal, is to not have to wear any. Okay. And if I do, it's only to even out where I absolutely need it. Okay. So if you are a foundation girl, then go for it. And you can still do what I'm doing over top of your foundation. Okay. The other reason that I would allow somebody to help you, me personally, to color match is because we often think we're lighter than what we are. Let me say that again. We often think that we are lighter than what we are. It does have lanolin. So if you have a wool allergy, I mean, lanolin is natural. Wool is natural. But if you have a wool allergy, then yes, this is probably not going to be the best thing for you. There are other things that I'll be sharing in the future. April 16th, Riemann is coming out with a cushion. So you may love that. I'm not traveling with my cushion right now, though. I'm traveling with my Saint. So what do I do now? All right, I do the color matching. So comment live and you'll get the links to everything. This is a brand called Saint. And you want to find an artist to do the color matching for you. It's totally free, and we know what it looks like, these colors look like on the skin. Okay, I also take your skin tone into effect. I'll make some cheek and lip recommendations. I can make eyeshadow recommendations. I can make brush recommendations. But ultimately, you build the compact. I'll give you the recommendations, but you put in it what you want to fit your budget. It's a beautiful thing. And then, if your budget doesn't fit everything right now, you start, and then when you're ready to add, you refer back to my color match, and then you have the next color that you can add. I do want to say this, because these are both my foundation colors, we call that the main foundation colors. You see they're different. The reason that they're different is because I'm not the same color all year long, and I would bet neither are you. Unless you absolutely do not get out in the sun at all. I do get out in the sun. I wear sunscreen each and every day, but my color changes, and I'm getting ready to go to Mexico. So, I know that I'm going to be this color only when I get back from Mexico. I was in Maui, but before Maui, I was almost only this color or a mixture of the two. And that's kind of where I am right now. So what I love is I can partner these guys up. These are buddies. I will also give you an optional color as well to be able to help you go from season to season. How cool is that? So that way you can buy it at the beginning or not. As you get close to summer, you're like, oh my, that's right. Kim gave me another color. Let me go see what it is. That's the color I need to get for the changing seasons. And so I love this because I can bounce back and forth right now and mix the two colors. And I'm just going to basically even out any of these areas that I just feel like I just need a little bit of extra coverage, but not much. Okay. Now right here, I'm gonna go in with the lighter one. I'm gonna go in with only it right here because the disparity between my bronzer and that color, this is Athens, that color helps to be able to make my cheekbones pop, right? That lighter color that's more in tune with my neck color. You know, there's nothing more frustrating than the floating head. You guys know what I mean. Like your face is one color, your neck's a different color, so common. Bronzer is a great way of being able to share the love and even that out. But I'm gonna go in with that lighter shade and apply it down below. Okay, so keeping things a little darker at the top, highlight the areas right here. I call that the sweet spot. It's kind of like this mini triangle right here. And then down the nose, I like to keep this lit right here as well. All right, kind of like this sunset right there. All right, now I'm gonna flip to my second level. Guys, this is as big of as a deck of cards, traveling to go wherever, or it can be just your regular makeup. So that's that peachy color, similar to what I used underneath of my eyes. I could use to color correct. This is my cheek color and my lip color. Say what? It looks purple. But cream, blush, if you want one cream product to add to your list of, to your makeup bag, go get a cream brush. Cream, blush. Because it looks natural. It looks truly like the cheeks are flushing. Okay, it doesn't look too matte. It doesn't accentuate fine lines and wrinkles. So I like to come right down from the corner of my eye, but just right above that area where I applied bronzer, and I start rotating that kind of in a circle. All right, and that looks dark right now, but you're going to watch the magic of cream products because they are so forgiving. The Rimmon Balm is not available in the UK yet, but I know there is expansion plans. There are expansion plans, but there is no timeline just yet, unfortunately. Guys, do you see what I mean? Like you saw how bold it was. It looks bold in the tin, but it's so forgiving and you have the control over the intensity. So when I'm giving you recommendations, for your cheeks and your lips, try not to be like, oh, that's too dark, I don't wear that. Just try to have faith in me. Try to have faith in me. Okay, I've been doing this. Thousands and thousands of women have been color matched by me and loving their makeup. And I've made tweaks myself. So this is, I don't want to tell you wrong, so I'm going to pick this up. This is a good time to show you guys. The lids look like this. They're beveled. You pop the lid down in between if you can see, I need my readers. If anybody saw the video of me cutting my husband's hair the other day, would understand why readers are important. This one is called, Huckleberry. Huckleberry. It is gorgeous. And one of Saint's biggest, it's brand new color, one of Saint's biggest sellers last month for obvious reasons. It is truly gorgeous. All right, so, and then I can go ahead and take it. It's Huckleberry. I should have just asked you. And then I can go ahead and take it and apply it on the lips. That's Huckleberry. Okay, what else did I put in my compact? I put 4 eyeshadows. So many different combinations here. I'm gonna keep it really simple. Before I do my eyes, I always prime my eyelids, okay? This is my #1 primer forever, ever, ever. And I've tried multi. I've tried MAC Painterly by MAC. I've tried e.l.f. Bleh, don't like it. I've tried many, okay? The reason that I love this one, this is by a company called Sigma. It is, and it's an eyeshadow primer. So if you're like, I don't do eyeshadow, then watch this, okay? It's in color Persuade, and only Persuade. Let me blend this a little bit. I need to blend this a little bit. And only Persuade. I have sold them out twice. And it looks like this, okay? It's matte. It is not glimmery, shittery. What did I say, shittery? Sorry, shimmery. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my eyelids. And you can see how kind of veiny it is. If you comment live, you're gonna get the links to all the things, okay? Somebody's laughing at my faux pas. All right. Take a look. So let's just say you're not an eyeshadow girl. Like it's just, you can't figure it out. You don't want to, just look. That's it. You add some mascara and fly out the door, okay? But if you are an eyeshadow girl, this is going to add longevity. This will not crease. You do not have to worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it creasing. It's not going to. It just is so good. So good. I just wish Sigma would like stock a full warehouse in it because they have sold out. My brush is the shape brush. It more is rounded, and then it has like a smaller end as well. I don't use this end as much, but I do use this end all the time. And you can jump from product to product as well. If you watch any other Saint artists, sometimes you will see them apply it, and I think I've done this too just to show you the ease. Applying in kind of like dots and then blending from lightest to darkest or darkest to lightest. I've seen it happen. That can work. For me, the reason that I don't like to do that on a daily basis is because I over apply product by using my fingers for everything. I'm using way too much. And again, if you don't come into it saying, what do I need today? Where do I need it? And you just go through the motions, then you are possibly applying product that you don't even really need. And anytime you can go with less product, the better, because less chance of creasing as the day goes on. All right, so we have 4 colors here. I'm gonna grab my absolute favorite brush. It is called the eyeshadow brush, okay? You can see mine gets lots of love. The brushes are beautiful. They're so lightweight. And now that I have primed everything and it has had just a second to get a little tacky and sticky, I want to take a color that is kind of forgiving, and this is called Claire. It's a pink. I'm going to tap my brush into it and tap off the excess. I'm going to keep my eyes open, and it's going right above my pupil, but above the shadow of my crease. So it doesn't matter what eye shape you have. If you have hooded eyes, if you have deep set eyes like me, just go in above your pupil and find the shadow of your crease. And if you have hooded eyes, that means you're going to create your own crease and drop the color there. Once you drop the color there, that gives you your little stencil of where to apply the rest of the color. So you just kind of straight out. And now you can see that color peeping above my crease. If I would have grabbed that color and shoved it in my crease, it would have been hidden. Okay, so I'm just kind of taking it straight out toward the tail of my brow and then kind of down toward the corner. It's really pretty to build that color kind of to the outside, and don't feel like you have to go all in at the beginning either, that you end up building the shade that you want. We often think we need to go in with a dark color, but if you take a light color and you build the color, it becomes darker. The tone of it is darker. So if there's a favorite eyeshadow that you have that you just love the color, it's just not quite darker, then try building the color. These eyeshadows are really highly pigmented, so you don't need a lot of product. I have used eyeshadows before that I can sit there and try and mix my brush in, and it still isn't pigmented. Find yourself some good pigmented shadows. These are big too, so I think they're $14, but they'll last a really long time. Okay, my eyes were open the entire time, folks. I did not close my eyes. This business of closing your eyes at the very beginning doesn't make any sense because you don't want the color to be hidden. The color placement needs to be where you're going to be able to see the color. Okay, so I just took that pink and that became like a transition shade. That's where I'm kind of going to, Maureen, you should see a notification when you get off of this live. You'll see a notification in the upper right corner that will show you, make sure you're following me though. So click on my photo up in the corner and make sure you're following me so that you see the message. Because if you're not following, Instagram will hide it, or Facebook, they'll hide it. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going in with this gray color. This is called Waltz. Waltz. I'm gonna use the smaller end, and I just wanna build a little bit of depth in this outer corner. So I'm kind of continuing that pink and then making that backward number 7. Okay, I really do not want, not want too much color to be hidden in my crease. Yeah, the Saint eyeshadows are really fabulous. All right. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a shimmer. Some people say if you're over 50, don't wear shimmer. I don't wear a lot of shimmer, but if I do, it's right here. Only on the movable lid. Okay. So it's always subtle. Do we like this? Do we like these? Okay. So simple. Please do not overcomplicate. I am applying at an angle. So everything I'm using is at an angle. If you use a semicircle, what our tendency is to drag the eye down. Okay, but if you use sharp angles, sometimes you can even take an edge and hold it from the corner of your eye to the edge of your brow, and that can be your area that you head toward. Always head toward the paper, toward the paper, toward the paper, and it will give you that nice sharp edge. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the other side. I already did Claire. Now I need to do Waltz. And I'm staying with that same theme, just continuing straight out and then down. Okay, I call it a number 7, an upside down V. Okay. It is available in the UK. You can get color matched. Comment live, and I will get you the links to all of these things. You can filter through what you're interested in, or just what you want to look at. Are you tapping it off? Make sure you tap the excess off, okay? So after you put it on your brush, tap it off. And, you know, once you get to know how much to put on, it's not as big of a deal, but at the very beginning when you're trying to figure it out, especially if you're building color and you only want a little bit, tap it off, tap it off. Do you do your eyes first? I mean, I do my eyes last, and I always have. I don't know that that's smart, but doing your eyes first and then you're able to wipe the powder away, that works too. All right, so let me go ahead and use my finger to apply Tawanda. That's the name of this pretty peach shimmer right here. Tawanda. And then finally, I'm going to use eyeshadow. I'm going to use eyeshadow as my eyeliner. So this brown right here that's called Cocoa, I'm just going to use a wee little bit and pull that down underneath of my lash line. Now, I know that some people may have issues with it staying in place. You can add a little bit of setting powder to it. You can use maybe a gel eyeliner instead of eyeshadow, or take your gel and apply this over top of your gel and smudge it up just a little bit for a softer look. I think the most common, I don't want to say it's a mistake because it's not really a mistake. It's all really a matter of personal preference, is that we still get hung up on the heavy black eyeliner on the upper and the lower lid. And It can make the biggest difference if you just smudge it out a little bit. Take a brush. You can take something that's a little bit more dense. As soon as I find one, yeah, something that's a little bit more dense, and smudge that out just a little and soften it. It makes all the difference in the world. If you're just popping on, if you comment live, I'm just sending, it's easier for me just to send links to everything that I talk about. And then that way you can pilfer through what it is that you're interested in and what you're not, okay? Back at the beginning, if you were late popping on, I shared my skincare, and I'm offering, if you purchase $100 in skincare, or this is called an experience kit. It's like a travel kit. They don't have the bag with them, but it is trial size that give you a month's worth of skincare. Then I am sending you a full-size oil cleanser valued at $30 for free, okay? So you can apply for one of my free gifts once every quarter. I give a different free gift every month. At least I have been. I don't know how long that'll go on, but I have been doing that for now. Rimon is the #1 selling skincare company in South Korea. It came to the United States just over a year ago, year and a half ago, and it is taking the United States by storm. It has changed my skin, and most recently, they added exosomes and NMN to the formulation. Okay, so that helps to be able to, helps at a cellular level, helps to even out your skin tone, helps hyperpigmentation, helps your pores, helps to brighten and make radiant, all the things that we want. And it's doing that to my skin. Y'all, I don't have very much makeup on at all, but yet it produces a 3-dimensional look when you know what colors and what type of products to be able to use for like radiant skin. So comment live. It will get you the link to everything. Yay, Jodine, you're trying Rimon. That's awesome. Yeah, you can buy separate items too. Absolutely. Mascara, Thrive, liquid lash extensions. I also love Saint. Oh, I packed it. Saint has one that is a volumizing mascara. It's called Lash Leather. I really like it too. I packed it though. But Thrive, I love how it comes off. Comes off in little spider legs. You guys have been awesome. If you're not seeing all of your links, you message me, but make sure you're following me, because Instagram will not let you see links if you're not following the person that you're asking for, okay? They keep them hidden for good reason, okay? I love giving easy over 50 makeup tips, skincare tips, beauty tips, midlife tips. We're all in this together. Ladies, we're all in this together. I've never been this age before, so we're all navigating this, and sometimes we just need, that extra little nudge to try something new. My name is Kim. I'm your over 50 makeup teacher. You guys have a great day.